Laziness is one of the most misunderstood human behaviors. Most people assume it means a lack of discipline, ambition, or willpower. That assumption is wrong. In reality, laziness is usually a psychological response, not a personal flaw. When people say, "I'm lazy," what they often mean is, "I feel resistance when I try to start." That resistance has a cause. Author Stephen Pressfield explains that resistance appears when effort matters. It shows up before meaningful work, not meaningless activity. You don't feel lazy watching videos or scrolling your phone. You feel lazy when you're about to do something that involves effort, uncertainty, or risk. That distinction matters. Laziness is not the absence of motivation. It is the presence of avoidance. Understanding this changes how you solve it. The real psychological causes of laziness. Laziness is often driven by fear. Not always conscious fear, but subtle psychological discomfort. Fear of failing, fear of wasting effort, fear of discovering limits, fear of succeeding and having to maintain success. The brain is designed to conserve energy and avoid pain. When a task feels uncertain or overwhelming, the brain sends a stop signal. That signal feels like procrastination. James Clear explains that the brain resists tasks that are vague, large, or undefined, not tasks that are difficult. Difficulty is manageable. Uncertainty is not. When you say, "I need to get my life together," your brain has no clear starting point, so it delays. This is not laziness, it is poor task definition. The starting point principle. The first practical solution is simplifying the starting point. Do not focus on completing tasks. Completion feels distant and heavy. Focus only on beginning. Instead of, "I need to exercise," start with, "I'll put on my shoes." Instead of, "I need to study," start with, "I'll open the book." These actions feel almost too small to matter. That is exactly why they work. Small actions bypass resistance. They tell the brain, "This is safe, this is manageable." Once movement begins, momentum follows. This principle is central to habit formation. You do not overcome laziness by demanding more effort. You overcome it by reducing friction at the start. Another major cause of laziness is environment. Behavior is shaped more by surroundings than by motivation. If distractions are close, focus weakens. If tools are hidden, effort increases. Many people rely on willpower while ignoring environment. This creates unnecessary struggle. Change the environment, and behavior changes naturally. Put your phone in another room. Prepare your workspace the night before. Make tools visible and distractions inconvenient. James Clear describes this as making good habits easy and bad habits hard. This approach removes constant decision-making. Less decision-making means less resistance. Laziness decreases when the environment supports action. Laziness also increases when purpose is unclear. Daniel Pink explains that motivation is strongest when effort is connected to meaning. If a task feels pointless, the brain resists it. Before starting, ask a simple question. Why does this matter long-term? Who benefits if this gets done? What future outcome does this support? Purpose does not need to be dramatic. It only needs to be clear. When purpose is clear, effort feels justified. When purpose is vague, resistance grows. Clarity strengthens commitment. Motivation is unreliable. It rises and falls based on mood, energy, and circumstances. Relying on motivation creates inconsistency. Consistency, on the other hand, trains the brain. Working at the same time and place reduces resistance. Routine removes negotiation. When action becomes expected, it feels easier. Professionals do not wait for ideal conditions. They work within structure. Structure reduces mental effort. Over time, consistency replaces struggle with familiarity. Progress builds motivation. When progress is invisible, effort feels pointless. When progress is visible, momentum increases. Tracking does not need to be complex. A calendar, a checklist, a habit tracker. Each mark reinforces identity. Each completed action builds confidence. Momentum reduces resistance. Laziness thrives when effort feels unrewarded. Tracking effort restores feedback. You begin to associate action with progress, not discomfort. Laziness is not a permanent trait. It is a signal that structure needs improvement, that tasks need clarity, that environment needs adjustment. When resistance appears, do not criticize yourself. Diagnose the system. Simplify the start. Improve the environment. Clarify purpose. Build routine. Effort becomes easier when systems support it. Laziness fades when structure replaces struggle.